I think about this often because, you know, at the end of the day, I'm kind of just a marketer. I just happen to also be the product. And watching your organization and watching some of these fighters who are, you know, really, really incredible fighters, the best athletes in the world, sometimes watching their inability to sell themselves like I think they should,
right,
is I put myself in your shoes. And I'm like, okay, if X, who we know is the best fighter in the world, was a little more this or a little more like this person, how do you combat that? Or how can you make profiles of these fighters to get people invested in their character like Conor does so well himself?
It's true, and that's why Conor was the perfect storm, man. He could market himself. People loved him. He had that it factor, and he could fight.
Yeah,
you know, so
whole package.
It's very rare. It's a fucking unicorn. You know, you find them. Maybe if you're lucky, you can find a guy like Conor once every 6 or 7 years. And not maybe not to that level, but even if it's even close to him, it's a home run. What I've learned in the business is you can't expect that from everybody. You know, people say to me all the time, why don't you give them media training? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? You're either it or you're not, you know? And the truth is, you don't have to be all that. I'll do my job, you do your job, and we'll get you to where you need to be. You know, all I care about is that you can fight. If you can fight, you can be a deaf mute. But if you're the baddest dude in the world, we'll figure out how to sell you.
But also a deaf mute would sell.
100%. That'd be sick.
That's hot.
Do you have like a development team for fighters? Like, is there a team in the UFC that's dedicated to like brand building and like putting together creative packaging to?
We do from our PR team. You know, our PR team does a great job. Lene, who's in here, had a PR. She, you know, they do a great job of getting them out there. You know, Lene, for instance, like when the girls, let's say a girl does something big in the sport, wins the title, whatever, she'll literally take them out shopping, get them all dialed in badass clothes, and then put them on the tour and take them out to you know, all the big interviews that they need to do. And we have a team that helps you know, steer these guys in the right direction when it comes to social media and where they should be, help them get on it if they're not, and stuff like that. We don't do any real media training because I like whoever you are, we'll sell it.
Authenticity.
Yeah, just be you. Just be yourself. If everybody fucking acted like Conor wouldn't be special. You know what I mean?
My one little final pushback is like obviously be you. Authenticity is great, but like, what if you is just boring?
It's there. It happens. You know, you being boring is what it is. How do you fight? That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Because people aren't tuning in to hear you talk.
Yeah.
WWE is a completely different story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They have to sell themselves. In this sport, you as long as you can fight and you're a badass, that's what people are showing up to see. They're not there for the speech. They're there for the fight.
I know. I just always try to maximize. I'm always trying to maximize. Like, what again? If you can fight and you have that, whatever. Because I actually don't agree with it. You either have it or you don't. Like, I think it can be worked in. I think
maybe, but then it's not authentic. It's not authentic.
But
I'm all about authentic.
It can be tuned.
I'm all about authentic. Who are you?
Yeah.
You know? And you know what's crazy is a lot of these fighters, the way they're built, they don't even like to do fucking PR.
Oh, of course.
I mean, we gotta beat them over the fucking head to do PR.
Dude, PR is the worst. Dude, I'm a PR guy. When I'm in fight mode trying to do camp and they throw me in these PR things, it's the worst thing ever. Right. And I like love media. Right. I can't imagine people who literally fucking beat the shit out of other people for their permanent living have any fun doing any sort of media.
They do not.
And they don't even have any training with it.
And it's a battle.
Fighting.